All right, here we are, everybody. It's a Thyroid Refresh launch day. Woo! Welcome to our launch party. Thank you all so much for being here. We're so excited to get this party started. Thyroid Refresh has just gone live. If you haven't checked it out already, please stop by. I am the co-founder of Thyroid Refresh, Ginny Mahar. And I'm so happy and proud to be here with my dear friend and co-founder, Danna Bowman of Thyroid Nation.
Hi, guys.
As well as the lovely Katharine Watkins, one of our core team members and transformational health coach.
Hi.
So thank you all so much for being here. We're so grateful for this opportunity and excited to share what we've created with you. Really quick, Thyroid Refresh is like a living thyroid lifestyle magazine. We are here to empower you and make thyroid healthy living attainable for you. You know, we're really trying to fill the gap between your doctor or your thyroid expert or guru's advice and you reaching a more optimal state of health. So we're like that supportive bridge in between. And it's really something that hasn't been done before. So we're not here to compete with, your professional medical advice. We're here to give the support piece to you and the inspiration and keep you motivated so that you can, get well and attain, your peak, whatever that is for optimal health. So if you haven't stopped by thyroidrefresh.com, definitely check it out. We're going to be talking today with Katharine about how to create a thyroid loving morning routine. So we're going to dive right into the lifestyle stuff here. And when we're done, we'll be announcing the very first winner of our launch party giveaway. And we also have some special discounts to share with you guys. So why don't we get started?
Yeah, before we do really quickly, I just want to say a quick shout out to Just Thrive Probiotic. They have graciously donated and put some really good stuff in our goodie basket, and also Paleo Valley. They got some beef sticks in there. So I just wanted to give them a quick shout out. Okay, guys, you ready?
So Katharine, tell us about a morning routine. What is that? Why is it powerful? Why is it something we should be thinking about as thyroid patients?
Okay, so, not just for thyroid patients, but for anybody, a morning routine is really, really important. And I have to say, I used to be one of the people that strongly rebelled against the idea of any kind of ritual or routine. I'm a person who really loves freedom. And I was like, oh, do I really want to do this? I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do. However, what I found is that it's actually done the opposite. It's actually given me freedom. So when you have a morning routine, it enables you to create a set of really, really powerful habits that become automatic. And when things become automatic, you're able to do them automatically with ease and flow. And a morning routine is an amazing way to group together your most powerful habits at the beginning of the day, so you can make sure they're all done and it becomes automatic, and it's absolutely amazing.
Wow, I'm so excited to hear more about this. Can you kind of describe what a successful morning routine might look like?
And I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about my personal current morning routine, and this will change from time to time depending on what my needs are and sometimes how my morning's looking. Sometimes I will have more time than others, but I do plan out like a month in advance or so, and I know what I have on, so I know how long I can spend on my routine. But I'll share what I'm doing at the moment, and I'll also kind of give you some alternatives to things you can do as well, so you can make it work for you.
I was just going to ask you, so what do you do when you first pop out of bed? Do you have this kind of set in your brain a little bit already, kind of what you're going to do in the morning?
I'll tell you what happens if I don't have a morning routine. And just, I'm sure you've all heard the saying, get out of bed, on the wrong side of bed. If that happens with me, so if I don't have a ritual, I wake up, I'll probably press snooze a couple of times. First thing I do is grab my phone, I check my Facebook, might get distracted for a little bit there, talking to a friend. Then I'll check my emails. I'll be like, oh God, I've got so much to do. Jump out of bed, totally disorganized, running behind, brush my teeth, jump into work, don't have time to do anything, might skip breakfast, have a coffee. And I start the day feeling flustered and overwhelmed and nothing, to be honest, from then on, just chaos ensues. So, You know, for me personally, the morning routine is something which really helps me get in control of my day and get out of bed on the right side. So the first thing I do when I get out of bed is I expose my eyes to some natural sunlight. So ideally you want to go outside and do this. The reason for this is for your body has something called circadian rhythms, or your body clock, which you've probably heard of. So everything that happens in your body happens according to a schedule. So your body actually has a timer and things happen at different times. So for example, during the day, your body prioritizes metabolism and movement, and at night it prioritizes tissue repair. But it's actually responsible for pretty much everything that goes on in your body, including, you know, your hormones, your hunger, your sleep-wake cycles, and even thyroid hormone is released according to circadian rhythm. So you can see how important it is. There are a number of things which affect, you know, the timing of your body clock, but the most important thing is exposure to light and dark cycles. So getting outside first thing in the morning, getting some sunlight on your eyes is amazing. Now, if you're like me and you live in a dark, wintry, cold country, you can have one of these, and you can see it here. I'm actually using it as studio lighting today, but here we go. This is my This is my sad lamp. It's you can buy these pretty cheaply on Amazon. They're about, I don't know, you can get them from about $20 up to about $100. But basically, this mimics natural sunlight. So you can expose your eyes to this for about, you can have it on maybe while you're making breakfast in the morning. You can even have it on most of the morning if you like. But this, you know, mimics natural sunlight if you can't get outside. Just look for one which is 10,000 lux. So this is
sad lamp seasonal affective disorder.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So it, you know, it's really amazing. Like, you know, in winter, if you use it, you'll notice you just feel so much happier during the day. And you know, it just wakes your body up. This signals to your body it's time to start the day. Let's go. And so all those bodily functions that we're programmed, it starts and when it should, instead of waiting until later or not at all.
Wow. That is so interesting.
I know. I wish we could see it better. I want to see what it looks like.
Okay, let's try.
Yeah, you might have to turn it off because the light is.
Oh, wow.
Can you see?
Oh, that's so neat. Okay, that's not what I expected it to look like. Oh, I love
Yeah, it's
it.
very pretty, actually. To be honest.
So cool. Thank
So
you.
you're like sitting in front of that right now. Now,
Yeah, that's why it's great studio lighting as well. So look, the next thing I do in the morning is a mindfulness practice. So for me personally, I do something called transcendental meditation. And this is a 20-minute meditation technique that I was taught. However, it doesn't really matter what you do. The whole point of the exercise is that you do something that stills the mind, centers you, grounds you, calms you, and gets ready for the day ahead. Okay, so I do the 20-minute transcendental meditation. Other alternatives, and you can do a 10-minute guided meditation like a Headspace thing, which is a great app for beginners. Or even if that's too much, you can just sit and do a couple of minutes of focus on your breathing. Now, there are loads and loads of benefits to doing a mindfulness practice. So first and foremostly, it really grounds you and calms you and prepares you for the day ahead. And for me personally, it's the one thing that is the most important part of my morning routine, hands down. If I didn't get any of the other things done, this would be the most important thing, because I find that when my meditation gets done, everything else in the day happens the way it should do. Like, there is no chaos. Everything is calm. Everything is easy. Everything flows. When it doesn't happen, you don't want to know what happens. So,
and for those people who aren't comfortable with it, you know, it could just be a few moments of quiet time where you just try to quiet what's going on in your brain, you know, and if a thought comes in, that's okay. You just kind of move it out and just kind of quiet the mind a little bit if you're not used to meditation, and then maybe right? You
can just literally sit there, you know, for a couple of minutes and just focus on your breath. That's it. Focus on the breath coming in, focus on the breath going out. That's all you need to do. It's just that moment of calm and stillness. And there are so many benefits to meditation. I mean, the list is actually endless. Like, I actually had a few notes written down, but there were so many that I couldn't go into them all, but I'll go through some of the main ones. So obviously, you know, the main thing is that it increases your resilience to stress. So you move through the day and you're really much more equipped to deal with anything that the world throws at you, all the various challenges. You know, stress is one of obviously the biggest problems for people who suffer from any kind of health issue, including obviously thyroid stuff and all the adrenal problems that go along with that. So having that extra resilience to stress really helps. But there are so many physical benefits as well. So reduces inflammation, lowers blood sugar, weight loss, immunity, I mean, it's endless. Lowers blood pressure. So, you know, your risk of cardiac disease, stroke all goes down. So it's really, really amazing. So that's definitely something which I would include. As I say, if you don't have loads of time, you can just spend a couple of minutes. That's it. But definitely get one in.
You mentioned Headsight time, or you mentioned Headspace, excuse me, as an app, and I'm a big believer in meditation as well. I have, since I incorporated a daily practice in this last year, my hair stopped shedding. I mean, meditation is one of those things that is good for everyone, very well documented and well researched, but especially for thyroid patients where we are so susceptible to the negative effects of stress. And, you know, my hair has been shedding for years, since before I was diagnosed. It was one of the first symptoms to come, and it was one of the hardest to get rid of. And it wasn't until I started meditating daily. I use the Headspace app, and I use Insight Timer, and sometimes I just do, you know, my own thing. It wasn't until I did that my hair really, you know, the shedding stopped.
I mean, it really does. It's sometimes one of the most difficult things to actually, I was really resistant to meditating. And sometimes I actually find the times I need to meditate most are the times I'm most resistant to doing it. But I know that when I do it, everything changes, everything, my health, my happiness, my stress, everything. You know, I just cannot recommend it enough. And if it feels hard, just make it easy, keep it simple, keep it short, focus on your breath. You can increase each day.
And you don't have to go sit on the floor somewhere with your legs crossed and your hands, you know, people have this idea of what it's supposed to look like, right? And for me, Jenny was talking about the benefits because her hair stopped shedding. For me, I breathe better because I'm a shallow breather. I have adrenal issues and thyroid problems. And that's, you know, part of, you know, being one of those patients is shallow breathing. It really helps me breathe better when I do meditation because I'm more calm and centered. And so I get less headaches, and I just stay with my breath more often when I'm doing meditation. So it's really good for lots of things.
Okay, so you do your SAD lamp, and you do your mindfulness and meditation practice. Tell us more about Katharine's thyroid loving morning routine.
Okay, so the next thing I do is some journaling. Now I'm a Libra, and so I really love pretty things. So I really love to write in a really, really pretty journal because it makes me feel good, but you can use anything you want. I would recommend handwriting instead of the computer. You can use your computer if you don't have anything else, but there's something about writing down the words on paper, which I feel is, I don't know, I just feel it's more powerful. So, you know, there's so many different things you can journal about. I try and spend at least 5 to 10 minutes journaling. Sometimes it turns into much longer. There are two kinds of journaling that I'm playing around with at the moment. So the first kind is something called automatic or stream of consciousness journaling. And this is literally writing down whatever comes into your head. So this is a really, really great way of connecting with your kind of true self, because sometimes there are so many thoughts and things running around, you kind of really don't know what your true self really wants or is thinking. So you just write and you write, and the first thing that comes into your head, and you'll be surprised at some of the things that come out, you know. And if you don't know what to write, you'll literally be writing, I don't know what to write about right now, and then you just carry on going and you see where that goes. And it's a really good way of getting some clarity. The other kind of journaling that I really like, and actually one of my coaches has given me this exercise at the moment, which I really, really love. If there's a task coming up during the day that's a really important task and you're a little bit worried about it, or something which, you know, you've been procrastinating about and, you know, you're worried that it won't get done, think about that task, write about that task as if it's already happened, and write about it in, it was so easy, it went so well, I got a great response, you know, I really enjoyed doing it, it was so fun. And it just puts your brain into a different state. Now your brain now expects it to be this way. So all the anxiety around it goes, and you're able to complete that task, and it turns out exactly how you imagined it. So that's something I really love.
I love that. That is such a great idea.
We should have done that, Danna.
Yeah, we should have done that this morning.
Yeah, I have to shout out to my lovely coach Dia for that.
That's such a great thing.
I love that.
Try. I love that. And I also, bullet journaling is something that I try to do. And it's funny because when I do that, I think Jenny's the one who told me about it. When I do kind of list things out, just some ideas and things I want to get done that day, I end up doodling on top of it and like writing on top of my list the rest of the day. And by the time the day is over, it looks really pretty because I've made it look really nice and everything. And I think it's calming to do that. So that's one of the things that I incorporate. Not daily, but I need to.
So the next thing that I do is a movement practice. Now, movement is really, really important first thing in the morning because it's actually one of those things that gets your circadian rhythm synced. So it's like signals to your body, time to start the day, it's moving. You do not need to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go and do a spin class. Like if you want to do that, great. But the whole point of this is more to get the blood flowing, get the energy moving around the body and really kind of signaling to your body that it's time to start the day. At the moment, I've got such a broken body. I've got years of injuries and things. So I need to do this corrective exercise program, which has a bunch of strength stuff and some stretching. So I do that now as part of my morning routine because I know it's such an important thing to do that if I don't do it, I will never, ever get to do any of the things I want to do, in the future. So that's why I've put it into my morning routine because I know it will get done. Like everything that you put in your morning routine, this stuff is definitely going to get done. So put all the stuff that you really need there. That's why my morning routine is so powerful. So that's what I do for my morning routine, but really you can do absolutely anything. So other alternatives, which are great, going for a walk outside. Obviously this is really nice. You can go for 15 minutes, you can go for an hour, totally up to you how long you want to go for. Another thing which I really love is just some gentle stretching or mobility work. There's some primal movements, there's plenty of stuff you can find online, kind of just gentle mobility work, get the body moving. You could do some yoga sun salutations, like a 10-minute flow sequence. So obviously this is designed to wake you up in the morning. So this is absolutely perfect. There are some really great free resources to do this online as well. A site that I really love is Yoga Glow. And I have actually a couple of friends teaching on there. So I'll give a shout out to them. Claudine Lafond is one of my favorites. So Yoga Glow is great. So any kind of stretching, any kind of movement, you can do it for 5 minutes, you can do it for an hour. It's totally up to you. Do whatever's manageable for you and what makes you feel good, like what you actually enjoy. Yeah.
I feel like I want to share with you guys a really micro version of Katharine's story too, that she was diagnosed with Hashimoto's and she went into, when she found out, she went into her doctor and asked, has anyone ever reversed their diagnosis before? And he said, not that I know of. And she said, get ready because I'm going to be the first. Mm-hmm. And she did it in 6 weeks.
Wow.
So she knows, guys, and she knows the power of these diet and lifestyle changes because that's how Katharine reversed her Hashimoto's diagnosis in 6 weeks. It was 6 weeks, right?
Yeah. And, that's a really, it's a good point to bring that up because now we're talking about movement. So one of the reasons I kind of drove myself into the ground and kind of started this whole autoimmune process to start with, I used to really, really overdo the exercise. And so now, that I really want to focus more on the gentle movements, the things which aren't going to stress my body. This is the perfect time to do this as part of your morning routine. But, just in the same way, it's important not to do too much. It's important to do some. So it's too stressful on your body to either do too much or too little. So find something in the middle. And we are going to be providing lots of materials on this kind of thing as part of the site, aren't we? So
yes.
To give you some more guidance. But yeah,
Absolutely.
You out there is all, if anyone tells you can't reverse your Hashimoto's, it's absolute, just don't listen to them. It's impossible.
It's hogwash or something.
Total hogwash.
Well, I'm listening to, your morning routine. I'm like, this sounds so nice. God, I would love to wake up like that. But, I have a kindergartner. And so my mornings are like, get him out the door with his lunch packed and, off to school on time.
Totally.
How long does this take you? How long would somebody like me need to incorporate some kind of a morning routine? Can we talk about the time factor? Because I know that's really a big roadblock for people.
I'm all about establishing micro habits. Now, micro habits are like little mini habits. You set yourself something that's really, really manageable for you. So you can start with literally 1 minute. So Hal Elrod has a very famous book called, I think, The Morning Miracle. He only spends 1 minute on each of these things, you know, but sometimes I do find if you set yourself, for example, with my meditation, if I set myself a 5-minute meditation, I'll easily do a 20-minute meditation, you know, or if you're a person who doesn't want to go to the gym, just setting the goal to actually go to the gym and walk in the door. Once you're there, you'll actually do it. So I say set something which is manageable for you, and then over time that will probably progress and you'll find ways of fitting more in. The other thing, so we've forgotten one really important thing that I quickly need to go through. That's breakfast. So breakfast is really, really, really huge. Like there are a lot of benefits to things like intermittent fasting and so forth, but I think if you're a thyroid patient, if you have adrenal stress, the most important thing is keeping your blood sugar balanced. If you start off the day with a great breakfast, this is going to just really set you in really good stead for the rest of the day. You know, so blood sugar imbalances are going to cause energy crashes. They're going to cause hunger. They're going to cause cravings. Blood sugar imbalances are the reason at 4 o'clock in the afternoon you're reaching for the donuts and the cookies. Not me, of course. So, it's really, really good to start the day off with a really good breakfast. And I really like to have a protein and fat based breakfast. So I'll give you a few examples of things you can have for breakfast. So a couple of organic turkey sausages, maybe some fermented veggies. I try and have veggies with every single one of my meals, including breakfast, even if that's a bit weird. Okay. So I have some fermented veggies in my breakfast, a couple of sausages, and maybe a little bit of avocado for a healthy fat. Or you could have maybe some salmon. You could have some poached eggs, maybe some asparagus is another option. Or if you're kind of not, a full meal kind of person, you can have a shake. So if you're going to have a shake, I would recommend some kind of like hypoallergenic protein, like pea protein. If you can't have that, if you're on AIP, have gelatin, collagen powder. Put a handful of berries in there, a handful of spinach, maybe some coconut cream or some avocado. And then, that's maybe some fiber like chia or something as well. So that's a really good way of setting off the day on the right foot. You're not going to feel cranky. You're going to have loads of energy. You're not going to be hungry. You probably wouldn't even think about food, to be honest. You'll just feel great and fuel your body for the day ahead. So, yeah.
And for those of you who want a little bit more information about blood sugar, Katharine has written a fabulous article. It is on the site right now. You can check it out. Just type in blood sugar and you'll find it. It is a free piece of content on there. So go read it. It's fabulous. It's really a great read. It really is. You did a good job, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, one thing I do want to mention, Ginny, obviously just brought this up. It doesn't matter how long you spend on each thing. So choose, how you want to do each part of the thing, and then pick a time frame that works with you. The other thing to remember is you can actually do things which kill kill 2 birds or even more with 1 stone. Okay, so for example, if you do a yoga practice in the morning, this can be your mindfulness practice and it can be your movement practice. If you go for a walk outside, this can actually kill 3 birds with 1 stone. You can get your light on your face for your circadian rhythms, you get your movement, and you can also use that as your meditation. So you can either connect with yourself and with nature, or you can listen to a guided meditation when you do it. So there are ways of adapting this so, it really fits for you.
Yeah, I do actually, try to carve out 10 minutes in the morning, in between getting breakfast on the table and getting the lunchbox packed and all of that. We have some glass doors and the sun, comes up that way. So I get some morning light and I get out my yoga mat and I just stretch. Maybe I get on the foam roller and I just sort of move and get my blood flowing and take some deep breaths. So it's a little bit of like a movement and mindfulness and light. So maybe I do have a little bit of a morning routine, but I absolutely hands down can say that on the mornings when I do that, it is a better day, and it's so worth it. So Katharine, thank you so much. I am so inspired now to, up level my own morning routine. And I hope all of you are as well. Is there anything else that we...
No, I think that's all. I guess one thing is it doesn't matter what order you do these things in. So, for example, the meditation and the journaling, you might be a person that feels you can do your meditation and clear your mind, and then you're going to have all these amazing ideas that are going to spout forth when you do your journaling. Or you could do it the other way around. You could, journal and you realize what you want, and you have all these amazing, you know, ideas and things, and then you can cement those in your meditation. So just play around with, you know, order what works for you. If you need to eat your breakfast straight away when you wake up, do that. So do whatever works for you.
I wanted to say and ask you really quickly, can you turn off your SAD light and show everybody, because there was a note here that nobody could see it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, everybody really wants to see what it looks like.
Okay. Oops, we don't knock off these pretty flowers. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, that's little.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's little, and I'll turn it on. It's pretty bright.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Good for doing your makeup.
That is so great. Well, thank you so much, Katharine. So takeaways, guys, we've got, you know, there's a number of ways that you can create a thyroid healthy morning routine and get your day started right, reduce stress, you know, give yourself that time for self-care right at the beginning of the day, and you'll make sure that it happens, because we all know once the day gets going, it's so easy to let these things fall to the wayside. We talked about a couple resources like Insight Timer, Headspace. Hal Elrod's, was it the 6-Minute Miracle?
I think the morning is morning miracle morning. You can just Google Hal Elrod's and there'll be plenty of stuff that comes up.
And he's got information on, you know, really boiling it down to the essence of packing it into a small amount of time. Yeah. So we hope that this has been helpful for you guys. Danna, should we go ahead and announce the winner of our giveaway as we wrap it up here?
Yeah, go for it. You do it this time.
Okay.
I'll do the next one.
Okay. So this time we had 5 prizes, 3 gift baskets, identical, amazing thyroid lifestyle gift baskets, and 2 annual memberships to Thyroid Refresh that we're giving away today. So our first prize is going to be for one of our gift baskets, and the winner is Heidi Pittman from Kansas. So
yay,
Heidi!
Congratulations, Heidi!
And we have your email, so we will email you and get your information to be able to ship that to you. So go, Heidi.
Yes.
Yay.
Congratulations, Heidi. And thank you all who entered. I think we got about 1,400 entries. So we had a really good response to that. Danna, do you want to share the special discount?
Yes. Okay. So Just Thrive Probiotic is fabulous probiotic, and they have offered to give us a discount today for anybody listening. For Thyroid Refresh patients, Thyroid20 is the code that you would put in for 20% discount. Check it out, guys. It is great stuff. Spore-based probiotic. So I'm so excited, and they're fabulous and great sponsor for us too. So check it out.
And is it justthrive.com, Danna?
It's thriveprobiotic.com.
Thriveprobiotic.com, guys. So thank you all so much for being here. If you haven't already, please stop by Thyroid Refresh. We are so thrilled to be opening our doors to all of you today so that we can thrive together and so that we can help empower you and keep you motivated and inspired to reclaim your health from thyroid disease. We're all in this together. So thank you. We're honored. It's the first day of spring. So This is a great day to be making a new beginning. So thank you all. And thank you, Danna and Katharine, so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Guys, hopefully we'll see you guys on the next lives we have coming up.
Yeah, the next one is with Nadia Aaron. She's going to be talking about the power of self-care, and we'll be doing an online meditation. So you can get your meditation in for the day. It's going to be incredible. And that is at 11:30 Mountain Time.
Okay, guys.
All right, all set.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.